Nova never came to my school and said, hey, come work out in the woods, I would have loved it.
And I went home to my mom and told her, Mom, I want to look into forestry. She was like, what?
The Forest Service might be able to help me in getting a chance to do all these things that I've wanted to do.
They bring back a greater appreciation of the natural environment, and they find out that there's a world bigger than their neighborhood.
It is difficult for young people to see beyond their own neighborhood. Many young people growing up in an inner city means less opportunity. There are worlds invisible to them. This is a problem for all Californians. As the population of California grows and as greater and greater demands are placed on its resources, who will care for it? Who will act as steward of the land for present and future generations? Tomorrow's caretakers must come from the classrooms of today.
The Forest Service, up until now, has been a primarily Euro-American male workforce. We're trying to change that, to open it up to women and to people of color. And to some degree, you guys are pioneers.
In 1990, a 10-year pilot program called Commencement 2000 was initiated by the United States Forest Service. Designed as a collaborative effort among public and private organizations, its purpose is to introduce inner-city students to the field of natural resources with an emphasis on career development.
People of color are not currently in schools of natural resources, and therefore they will not qualify for the kinds of jobs that natural resource agencies, both federal, municipal, state, even nonprofit organizations have. And we know that environmental occupations will be a growth area in the 21st century.
Commencement 2000 is a unique program which is based on an educational feeder system. Beginning with kindergarten through 6th grade, continuing to middle school, high school, and linked to community colleges and ultimately universities, the program supports these students throughout their entire education.
The National Park Service has, of course, had an affirmative employment program and efforts to improve its diversity over a long period of time. And we've been recruiting at college level. So when I learned that the Forest Service was actually beginning a program at kindergarten level, first I was amazed that a government agency would do this and commit for so many years. But I wanted to look into the program because in the long run, that may be the very best way to recruit the different groups that we want to have in our workforce.
One of the goals of the program is to expose students at an early age to careers in natural resources and environmental science.
Plant pathologist studies diseases and insects, mostly diseases, and an entomologist studies insects.
People of color currently working in the field were trailblazers. The same pioneering spirit will be required of those who enter the workforce through Commencement 2000.
I was a cooperative education student. I started when I was 18 years old, and they took me out in the forest, and I fell in love with it.
Tina Terrell is one such pioneer. A silviculturist, Tina also serves as mentor to the students.
I feel my job is to talk to the kids and let them see that, yes, even though you grew up in the inner city, you're African American, and you think there's not many opportunities for you, there are.
Through Commencement 2000, the students are exposed not only to different careers, but to a whole new world.
For some of the students, it's the first time they have been out of Oakland, out of the city. San Francisco is only a few miles away, and many of the students have not experienced San Francisco, let alone the wilderness.
So different from the cities and all that I know of. I wouldn't really want to leave this place because it just gives me so much joy just to be out here.
I think it's the best youth program I've ever worked for. I've had 15 years experience with children, and this one is excellent. They find out that there are other places that they can go. They don't have to be trapped in their urban environment, which is what a lot of them feel like, is they don't know how to get out of it.
This pilot program in Oakland, California, is located in the heart of the inner city. Without a program such as Commencement 2000, these students would have little chance to experience nature. The program first involves these students in urban forestry and other environmental activities within their own communities. Projects are completed by working closely with community-based organizations with the goal of restoring and enhancing the urban environment. In these urban areas, Commencement 2000 draws students from the African American, Asian American, and Hispanic communities. In rural areas such as the northwest coast of California, Native American students are encouraged through Commencement 2000 to consider careers in natural resources.
I'm excited about education, I'm excited about young people learning, and I'm excited about any opportunities that open up for populations in areas where they haven't seen opportunities in the past. That's what's exciting to me. We had all these young Black and Hispanic and Asian students, and they really are, through Commencement 2000, to use a cliche, they're turned on to the environment.
Near a road, the grass is very short. This is a different habitat in terms of a mouse than a trap over there where the grass is this tall.
Each year, Commencement 2000 high school students spend a week on a national forest experiencing firsthand some of the different natural resource professions.
When I got involved in the program in the 10th grade, and they took us out into the forest, I was like, whoa, I like this. And so then I got introduced to an engineer, and they showed me what engineers do, and engineer has been my thing so far. And that's what I want to major in school.
Students who have demonstrated particular aptitude and interest are selected for the career shadowing component of the program. These students spend 6 to 8 weeks working as paid interns on national forests and parks throughout California.
Oh, I would have loved it. You get outside and you get to really do things. You don't just hear about things in books. You really get to know and feel what's going on outside.
They're getting an opportunity that I don't think many of us has had. I knew I didn't like being in the city, but I didn't know what else there was to do. And it took me several years living in small towns to realize that there was a different way to make a living out here. It took me 30 years to figure that out. These guys are half that age.
The first students to participate in Commencement 2000 are now entering college. Kamani Burden is working part-time for the Forest Service as a cooperative education employee while he pursues his degree at the College of the Redwoods.
Commencement 2000 and the Forest Service are depending on me to get a good education, to cash in on, me being a good employee. And that's my whole future right there. I didn't have any career plans in high school. 12th grade, no big plans to going to college then. No plans to doing anything, except for working at McDonald's. So I said, this would be the perfect opportunity to try my luck and see, just how, what I could do.
The program really instilled in him a vision for his own life and also to help the Forest Service attain its goals of caring for the land. He has a genuine heart for that. I hope Commencement 2000 will find more young people like Kamani in the school systems and be able to inspire them as they have Kamani.
Trees are a part of our lives. They give us paper, pencils, and wood for making things. Trees give us shade, trees give us air too. And most of all, they give us a house to live in.
So many of us work in bureaucratic jobs where our work is important, but we don't see the immediate recipients of our programs, the immediate participants. And to see that first grade class and think, gee, there might even be 3 of them who would actually work in natural resources in the year 2005 was so exciting. It was worth committing time and attention and trying to make something happen.
Commencement 2000 is a future-oriented program. It's designed to prepare young people for the world of work in natural resources. The future is upon us.
This is the population of the future, and we're not going to be able to fill all these positions and run all these services and manage all these resources if we don't tap these minority populations and tap them now.